Hello guys, welcome back to my channel vfxexpert. So guys, in this today's class we are going to see 3D camera tracking inside Synthyes. So let's start the class here. So now we are inside Synthyes here. So first we have to import a shot or footage. So just we have to click on file, then we have to click on new. So now just we have to select a shot. So this is a shot. So this is actually just a image sequence. So if you have movie file, then you can also import inside Synthyes. Now just select the starting frame of your image sequence. Now just we have to click on open. Then after this you will get this pop-up window. So from this window just I am going to select frame rate. So this is totally you have to select frame rate according to your requirement or based on your image sequence. So for this shot just I am going to select this one here. Now just we have to press OK. Then after this will import shot, and also this will cache this shot inside RAM. Now inside this bottom side you will get this timeline and several playhead controls. Now just we can play and just check. So this is a shot here. Now just stop this one and go to the starting frame here. So this is actually Synthyes default interface. On top of you will get main menu bar here, and below this you will get all these rooms here, or you can say tabs here. So this is summary rooms or summary tab, then trackers room, then solver room, then others room are there. So now just again we have to click on this summary tab. So this is Synthyes default room, whichever this summary room. In this summary room, left side you will get all these controls here. This is your main display area. So by default this is showing here this camera view here. And right side you will get some head-up display like this one you can see, and bottom also you can see. So these are actually head-up display. So now first just I am going to track about this shot. So inside this summary room you will get this big auto button. So if you will click on this auto button, so first this will track point, then this will solve your camera. So both things this will do automatically. So now simply just we have to click on this auto button. So now just you can see. So now just I am getting this camera solve here, and now just we are inside this solver tab here, or inside this solver room here. So just you can see this one here, and left side you will get this is actually camera solve error, which is 0.3485. So now again come inside this summary room. So this is actually automatically doing two steps. First this will track point, then after this will solve camera. But suppose if you want to manually do all these things, then bottom you will get these two options. First, run auto tracker, means you can track your point, then after this you can solve your camera. So now just I am going to see how we can do all these things here. So for that, first we have to clear all these camera solve, and also just we have to delete all these points here. Now simply you can click on this X button. Even if you are inside this solver room, then you can also clear this camera solve from this solver room. So simply again you can click on this big X button here. So just clear this camera solve. Now just I am getting only these points here, or track points here. Now again come inside the summary room. Now just we have to clear all these points here. So simply we can press Ctrl+A and just press delete on keyboard. So just manually just I am going to do all these things here. First we have to track our point. So just we have to click on this run auto tracker. Now just you can see all these 2D points here, or track points here. So simply just you can play and just you can check. So now after this we have to solve our camera. So just we have to click on this solve. But before solving your camera, if you want, you can also delete higher track points, these points here. So if we'll check this one, so now you can see, so these are actually higher track points here. So if you want, so before solving, just you can also delete these points here. But now first just I am going to click on this solve. Now just click here. Now again just I am getting this camera solve here, and left side just I am getting this camera error, which is our 0.35. So now again just clear this camera solve. So from here you can also clear, or again just come inside the summary tab, then from here you can also clear. So just clear this camera solve. So now before solving our camera, just I am going to delete all these higher track points. So manually just you can select these track point with this lasso tools, and just you can press delete, and just you can delete all these higher points here. So now after this, just I'm going to solve our camera. Then this one also just you can delete. So now after this, just I'm going to solve our camera. So simply just we can click on this solve. Now just I'm getting this camera solve here. Now this is actually camera solve error, which is now 0.31. So big improvement. So like this, if you want, you can also manually first track your point, then you can delete higher point, then after this you can solve your camera. So now again come inside this solver tab. So now we are inside this solver tabs here. So just we have to play and just we have to check our shot. So this is our camera solve here. And just I am getting a good result here. And this is our point clouds here. So now suppose if you want a little bit more dense point clouds here, then how you can create dense point clouds here. So for this just I am going to use this features room here, and how we can track our shot and just how we can create our dense point cloud if there is any requirements. So now first we have to clear all these things here. So again clear first this camera solve, then we have to clear all these points. Now press Ctrl A, select all these points, and simply just we can press delete. Now just we have to click on this features. So now we are inside this features room here or features tab here. So first we have to clear all these things here, then we have to click on clear all blips. So now just you can see, now just I am getting this shot here. Then after this again we have to click on this blips all frames. Now just click here. So now again if you will play this shot, so just I am getting these red and blue dots here. So these are our actually blips here. Blips means these are our actually features point which are going to convert into track points. So if you will suppose convert all these features into track points, so maybe this will just create high error in your camera solve, because actually these blips are combination of good or bad blips here. So now just we have to select best blip to convert into track points for better camera solve. So for this just we can click on this peel all. So you will get all these green diamonds here. So just you can see, so these are actually track points. So now if you will click on this solver tab, so now just you can see these are actually track points here, and just you can play and just you can check. So now just I am going to solve over this camera. So for this just again we have to click on this go. So remember this one, now we are inside this solver tab. So now just I am getting this camera solve error, and this is our point clouds here. But if you will see, this point cloud is still actually low dense point clouds here, but actually we want a little bit more dense point clouds here. So for this first just I am going to clear all these things here, so just we can understand all these things. So just again clear this camera solve. Now press Ctrl A and delete all these points here, and again come inside this features room. Now first clear all these blips, then blips all frames. Now same thing just I am getting here. Then after this just we have to click on this peel all again. Now just I am getting same points here, but now suppose little bit I want to more these blips which we are going to convert into track point. So for this just I am going to again click on this peel all. So now just you can see, so now more blips are going to convert into track points. So just you can see this one, so again just click, so again you can click. So like this just you can see, now here just I have selected more blips which are going to convert into track points. Even if you want, you can also just click on this advanced and just you can use all these parameters here. Now just we have to simply close this one here. Now after this again come inside this solver tab. So now if you will see, just I am getting a little bit more track points here. So now after this again just we have to click on this go. Now just I am getting this camera solve here, and this is our point clouds here. Now this is a little bit dense point clouds here, and left side this is our camera solve error which is our 0.38. Now I think this is a little bit high, so we have to also improve our camera solve. So for this we have to click on this track, then click on this cleanup trackers, and simply just we have to click on this bad frames. Now just we have to click on fix. Now just we have to refine our camera solve. So from this automatic drop down, just we have to select refine. Then we have to click on go. Now just you can see this is our improved camera solve here, which is 0.26. So huge improvement. So just we have to make this error below 1 pixel. So now just I am getting this 0.26. Even suppose if you are getting still this error above 1 pixel, then again you can click on this track, then go to this cleanup trackers, and you can also use this high error trackers parameter and just you can reduce this value. Then you can click on this fix. Then again you can click on this go. So this will improve your camera solve. Now just cancel this one here. Even you can also just calculate lens distortion and just you can improve your camera solve. So all these things we will see in our upcoming videos. So now just I am happy with our this camera solve here. Now just we have to play and just we have to check out this shot. So this is our camera solve here. Now just go to the starting frame here. So now suppose if you want to navigate this view, then hold middle mouse button, then you can pan, then middle mouse button scroll, then you can zoom in, zoom out, and if you will press 8 on keyboard, so this will fit into this area. Same for this summary view. So again hold middle mouse button, then you can pan, middle mouse button scroll, then you can zoom in, zoom out, and again press 8 on keyboard, so this will fit into this area. So just we can play and just we can check. Now just again come inside this solver room. So now just we are going to see how we can properly orient our scene. So for this we have to click on these 3D tabs here or 3D rooms. So now we are inside the 3D rooms and this here layout, whichever quad view here. So again this view, whichever top view, front view, then left view, and this is our again camera view here. So as you can see this one here. So now if you will see this point cloud. So now some points are below this grid here or below this line. So this is our actually grid and this is our origin point here. So now just I want to move all points above this grid. So for this we have to move entire scene. So for this in this left side inside these 3D rooms you will get all these parameters here. So first we have to take this move tool. Then we have to click on this hole. Hole means we are going to move entire scene with all points cloud with camera. So if you are going to adjust your scene, so you have to select this hole. Remember this one here. Otherwise if you will not select this one, so this will adjust maybe individual's object like point or camera or geometry. So for your scene adjustment, so just you have to click on this hole. Or just easily just we can move. As you can see this one here. Even if there is any requirement for rotation, then you can also take this rotation tool and just you can adjust. So maybe a little bit adjust I am going to adjust. So just you can see here. Then middle mouse button scroll, then you can zoom in, zoom out. Hold middle mouse button, then you can pan. So maybe I think this is sufficient and remaining things just you can adjust according to your requirements here. So now after this just I am going to create a geometry here for our this scene or test geometry. So first we have to find some points. So just we have to actually check this point position. So just we have to select maybe these points. So now if you will try to select these points, so this is not going to select because in this parameter we will see this hole is checked. So just we have to uncheck this one. Then just you can select individual element like this points or geometry or camera. So just we have to check maybe these points positions. So these are actually wall points here. And if we will select maybe these points. So these are actually these wall points here. So just you can see. And just we have to also check this our actually ground. This is our ground here. Okay, so like this as you can check your point position before creating any geometry. So now just I am going to create a test geometry. So just I am going to take a box from this drop down. Just you can take any geometry according to your requirements here. Then after this, just we have to click on this pen tool and just we can create our geometry. So I think till here just I am going to create. Even if one, you can from till here you can also create. So but now just I am going to create till here only. Then we have to click here. After this, just we have to take this move tool and just we can position our geometry according to our requirements here. Then we can adjust this size. So just we can take this scale tool and just we can adjust this size parameters here. So just we have to select the scale tool and just we can adjust all these things here. So now here inside this camera view, if you will see, actually just I am getting this solid geometry here. So for this, just we have to click on this mesh and just we can uncheck this solid mesh. Even if you want, you can also hide this mesh. So just you can click on this show mesh. So this will hide mesh. Now just I am getting this wireframe here. But actually this is not looking like a room here. But here just I have created this box. So now after this, just we have to select this geometry. Then inside the left side, bottom side, you will get this invert normal options here. So simply just we have to click on this invert normals. So now if you will see, just I am getting this just like a room here. So remember this one, this geometry, just this till here just I have created. Okay, so just we have to focus on these points here. Okay. But if you want, you can also just create till here. So this is totally depends on your sort, but this is just only for explanations here. Now simply just we can press 8. So just we can fit this window and just we can play and just check. Even you can also hide these 3D points or 2D points here. Then you can click on the display. Then show 3D points and show 2D points or track points. So now just you can see. So just only just I am getting the geometry here. Okay. Now this is looking good here. Now again just we have to enable these 2D and 3D points here. Then again go to this layout and just if you want, you can select this camera view only. So now just I am getting this big actually screens here. Now press 8. So just we can fit into this area and just we can check over this camera view here. Even a little bit height just you can also adjust according to your requirements. So for this again just select this quad view and just we can check all these things here. So now again just select this geometry and just we can adjust this height, all these things here. So remaining things just you can size all these things that you can adjust according to requirements here. Even scene orientation you can also adjust. Use this rotate parameter and just you can adjust. Now just again come inside this camera view and just hide all these 3D and 2D points. So just hide all these things here. Now press 8. So just only just we can play and just check. Now I think this is looking good here. Even suppose another geometry if you want to create, then you can create another geometry. So again come inside this quad view. Now just I am going to create one more geometry and just enable over these 2D and 3D points. Then click here and just you can select this earth links and just we can click and just we can position this one. So maybe here just I want to place. Then just you can create. Now just we have to play and just we have to check. Again hide 2D and 3D points here. And if anything position all these things just you can adjust according to your requirement. Now just select this camera view and just we have to play and just we have to check. Now this is a camera track here. So now this is looking good here. And remaining things that you can adjust according to your requirements here. So guys, till here I have completed for this class. So if you like this video, please watch, share, comment and subscribe my channel if you are still not subscribed my channel. So thanks for watching.